Hello! Hola, people! And this is another episode of Pappy's Dirty Kitchen. Hold on, I gotta put this special or whatever, scraper or whatever down. You ready for this? This is friggin' tribal or whatever. Yeah! Yeah. Anyway, fun with the African talking drum, man. I don't care if you're African or Republican. Let's do this, people. We're gonna make some pizza dough, and I'm seasoned after this Super Bowl game or whatever, and I was hanging out, being 6 feet away from everybody. I think it's more like 6 miles because nobody's here. Nobody's here, so they're 6 miles away, and I think that's perfect for COVID. 6 miles away. But we can do this digitally, and we can all have fun. Alright, so I've got my vintage friggin', I don't know how friggin' old this mixer is. I had access to a KitchenAid, friggin' super groovy, I think it was 11 quart or something, I don't know, 8 quart or whatever, I don't know. But I let my daughter borrow it, and kept this one. Both were from my mother. My mom gave me posthumously the KitchenAid, but she gave me this one when she got her first KitchenAid. I think she got another one, I don't know. But anyway, the Sunbeam, I think this is circa friggin' like 1979 or something. I don't know, 1981. I don't know. Well, let's do this, people. So, in the spinning bowl, and you see how it lifts up and everything. This design is groovier than the friggin' KitchenAid, and they ran Sunbeam out of the market, and I don't understand because I really dig it. And I've been digging it, and I had a KitchenAid, and it's like, what the fuck do you have to do with this machine? But I told my daughter I wanted to borrow it, hers or whatever, mine, that I let her borrow or whatever, and bring it over here and do this recipe. But somehow in moving, friggin', the bowl got dented and friggin', yeah, we need a bowl for that one. But anyway, this old puppy still friggin' works. Alright, we're working with grease, or we'll see. It might fry up in front of everybody. But in this 6 quart or whatever bowl, and I think that's what came with the original Sunbeam Mix Master. We got friggin' 2 cups of semolina flour and 3 cups of just regular white all-purpose flour. Now, you don't need to use the semolina flour, but, that's more, and I've got it and everything, and friggin', yeah. So, just use 5 cups of friggin' white flour if you don't have the semolina flour, And then I've got, I don't know, I just put it in my hand about a teaspoon and a half of salt for this. You want pretty much a teaspoon of salt for every 2 cups of anything you want to do or whatever. 2.5 cups or whatever. So, I don't know, I did a teaspoon and a half. I don't know, I put it in my hand and I looked at it, just like I'm going to do with this. And I put the sugar in here, So we got flour, 2 types of flour, sugar, and salt in here. And if I'm using instant yeast, And if you're using proofed yeast, where you proof it before, which is how I used to do it, use honey. Use honey instead of sugar. It proofs better and it tastes really good. But don't add the sugar here. Just have the flour and the salt, and then you have your proofed friggin' cup. Usually a cup. You proof it in a cup, and then you just add warm water after that. But anywho, let's put in some instant yeast. And I'm saying that's like, there we go, three or four teaspoons or whatever. But if you're proofing, if you're doing the proofing yeast, the friggin' rising yeast, you want to use 2 packages, and I think they're 2 1/4 teaspoons, so that'd be 4 1/2 teaspoons. So that's kind of the ratio I try to keep with the instant, and then I add a little more sugar just because it tastes good. And you can also add friggin' your basil and garlic powder or whatever at this time, or rosemary or whatever you did for spices to kick it up. Can I say that? I don't know. I'm just doing Facebook. I'm gonna say you can kick it up a notch and bam it. Emerald, man, you're groovy. You taught me a bunch. I have a bachelor's degree in the Food Network. Oh, wait a minute. Why is the TV yelling at me? I forgot to mute it. All right. Steven, you're groovy and everything. And I hope I don't get copyright infringement for having him in the background and everything. But anywho's, yeah, where was it going with this? Copyright infringement. All right, so we got everything in here. We got our flour. We got our friggin' 2 types of flour: salt, sugar, and instant dry yeast. All right, so now we're gonna. This is backwards to me. I wanted to show everybody this. All right, so I'm taking this old mixer and I'm putting it on mix, or not mix, but knead, just to mix this up. And I'm spinning it around. And you really can't do this in a KitchenAid. You'd have to put on the mixing attachment or whatever. But no, with this puppy, I can just sit there and fucking grab it, mix it around. Like I said, this is circa 1979. I want it to come back. I want to buy another one, a new one that looks groovier than this one. Because this one, man, if I had a wife, I've been engaged like 4 times. I'm really good at saying I might, you know. She would have either cleaned it or made me clean it. You know what I mean? Alright, so we got this all incorporated. We got all the dry ingredients incorporated. Alright, turn this off. Alright, so you want to add to this about 1.5 cups of water. Or maybe 2 cups. I don't know, we'll see. You got to add it as you go. Where's my cup? Over here. And you want to add warm water, man. It's got to be warm, or the shit won't activate. Alright, there we go. There's one. Or about 1. We're going to throw that in there. Alright, and you can do this in the KitchenAid. Do the voodoo you do. Alright, now that I've added that 1 cup, I'm going to squirt in. I'm going to squirt in about a tablespoon of oil or so. Yeah. Alright, we got that in there. And we're going to need this later. Alright. So, yeah, we got a cup of water in there. We just added the oil. About a tablespoon, 2 tablespoons. Alright. So We got another full cup of water, but we're not gonna add all of it. All right, I'm gonna add about, where do we go there? We added about half. All right, let's do this. We'll see what we're working with. Now I'm putting it on knead. I don't know what it is on the KitchenAid or whatever, and I'm spinning this and stirring it, you know. All right, that's definitely not enough water. All right, so we're throwing in some more. There we go. Now we got a quarter cup left, so we threw in another about a quarter cup of freaking water in there. All right, now we're working with grease. So we're at 1 3/4 cup friggin' of water. All right. But yeah, after you get this mixed up in the KitchenAid, friggin', you add the dough hook and you add the liquid or whatever. Yeah. I might have added a little bit too much water. No, I don't think so. I might have to add this whole 2 cups. You know, you never know what your dough's gonna do. You never know what your dough's gonna do. Alright. Me and this device know each other wicked. Look at it shake and everything, man. Yeah. It might die tonight. You never know. Oh, this is making a groovy dough. Alright. Let's mix this around. You want to make sure you don't have a bunch of flour on the bottom. Yeah. And I think that's where I'm going to have to add the rest of the water. Yeah, definitely. Alright. Well, not the rest of it. I'm going to add it a teaspoon at a time. Alright. We're making dough, people. I think I could add the last bit of, yeah, pretty much. Another teaspoon or whatever. Yeah, there we go. I think we might have it. Once I get this all, yeah. Alright. There's a little flour there, a little flour there, a little flour there, a little flour there. Alright. Come on. There's still some flour there, man. I can see it. Oh, a bunch of it. Like a teaspoon or whatever. Alright, so we're going to throw this last bit. So it's pretty much 2 cups. With this particular recipe, it's 2 cups of water. And let's see how we're doing now. See what kind of grease we're working with now. Now we get a ball of dough. Oh yeah. Alright. Alright, let me see if I can show you this. This is what we got going on. The spin around and everything. And this is a little looser dough than, because I probably shouldn't have put all the water in there. It's like 1 3/4 cup and let it work or whatever. I don't know. But no, this is still pretty groovy. You can see it's a dough. And you want this to go for like 8 minutes or so. You really want to work it, baby. You know. So anyway, we're working that. Let me see how this is coming together now. Oh, that is a groovy dough. Did I get everything off the bottom? I'm pretty sure. Oh, that's working out to be a really groovy dough. I'm thinking, yeah, work it, work it. All right, let that go, man. Let that go for a while. The more you work it, the chewier. But anyway, this recipe, after you let it rise and then punch it down, it takes about 40 minutes for it to rise. And then you punch it down. But before you do that, I'm just going to cut this short and, well, almost short. I really want it to go a little bit longer, even though it's friggin', that is groovy. That is groovy. Alright, we're calling that good. You know, this is for television or whatever. Alright, so let's cook it up. And this is what I do while it's spinning. Again, and this is left-handed. I'm not used to this. Alright. Get that back down in there, man. There we go. There we go. There we go. Did I pull one out? No, but I get all the dough off of it. Alright. We got all the dough off of it. Let's get rid of these mixing friggin'. Oh, is it not working now? Did I kill it? That one's working. There we go. There we go. That was difficult. Alright. Interesting. Alright. So we got those off of there. Now as you can see, we've got sort of our dough ball. And now you want to friggin' squirt some olive oil around the edges. I don't know if you can see that. And then start scraping and release the dough with that oil around there. Alright, I'm going to put this down. I think you get the gist. Again, you want to release the dough with that oil. And you can do this in the KitchenAid or whatever. And you want to release the dough with that oil. I'm going to need a little bit more oil. Yeah. So we got the dough released with the oil, and you add a little bit more oil or whatever, and then you roll that dough around in the oil, and then you grab it and you friggin' coat with the dough and oil on your bowl, your proof bowl, because we have to proof this at least once. A lot of people do it a bazillion times, and it's really groovy. But the way you can proof it differently is, like I said, or I didn't say, I'm making this tonight, and I'm going to let it rise once and then punch the shit out of it and punch it down and make it into a ball again. And then I'm going to put it in the refrigerator covered with cellophane or whatever. And definitely friggin' let it go overnight. And I might have it go a couple days, because if you saw my episode earlier, I did broccoli and cheddar soup. And yeah, I'm going to try that out tomorrow. I don't think I'm going to do pizza tomorrow. But I might, you never know. Somebody might stop over, want some pizza, and yo, I got some dough, let's do this. Let's do this, people. You know? I mean, isn't that groovy? Do you know how groovy it is when people stop by and they want a pizza, or they're thinking about a pizza, they just mention a pizza, and you're like, hey, I've got dough. Yeah, I know you got money, but Domino's ain't money. It ain't open. And you're like, no, seriously, dude, I got dough. Let's do this. You know? So anywho's, let this friggin' cover it with some cellophane or whatever. Let's do this. I've used that catchphrase a lot in this episode. Alright. Cover this up. Yeah, baby. Alright, 40 minutes from now or so, once it doubles, it's got to double in size pretty much. So, and it's right up there. And then you punch it down. And then you put it in the refrigerator, man. And it might spill out even in there, depending on how warm your water was for the activation of the yeast and everything. And the temperature change going into the refrigerator. But that will make a groovy, chewy, or more chewy. But the way to get it really chewy is a lot of kneading, man. And we didn't do that tonight for television or internet purposes. And, anywho's, 40 minutes, punch it down. Then, put it in the fridge. Or you can make it right then, after 40 minutes. But some people might say you don't need to punch it down or punch it down more or whatever, and just, you know, if they're not the ones cooking or whatever, and they complain about you cooking, and they come over all the time, and then they're like, yeah, that sucked, but what do you got tonight? You know, obviously they dug your cooking or whatever, but they got issues. Anyway, this has been another episode of Pappy's Dirty Kitchen, yeah. Alright, peace, people.